My name is Kevin Brodwick. I'm the founder of Thinksport. What Thinksport does is we go in and we create safer alternatives to products on the market. For 11 years ago, we launched the first BPA-Free sports bottle, and then went on to create the first sunscreen to pass Whole Foods premium care requirements.
When you say first BPA, it's not your first, it's
the first. So we were the first insulated sports bottle to hit the market that was free of BPA and other chemicals like BPA. And so what we do is we go into a category and we look for products that have harmful chemicals, and then we create safer alternatives to those products. But us as a category leader, we keep building products that are focused on being safe and non-toxic.
Well, that seems like a really hard life, right? To have to always fight.
We're always fighting, but the way that we do this is largely we stay very connected to the science. And so as science emerges and says these things are of concern, we are very connected into that space. And so we're always working on improving and looking at categories of products that we're ingesting or inhaling potentially, and looking to create safe alternatives to those.
Are you doing that because you want to be first to market, or because everybody needs to change? It's a long road.
It's a long road.
To convince people to start doing things differently.
And so part of our day is about educating the world on safe products and safe chemicals, and that there are chemicals out there that we don't really know how they interact with our bodies. And so to date, I think there's about 88,000 chemicals that have been created, and we know about 5,000 of those chemicals have been linked to being endocrine disruptors. And so, yes, part of our day is absolutely about educating. We spend a lot of time telling the media about chemicals of concern and educating consumers. So it's not so much about being first to market, but that we're looking at these categories of products that we're engaged in.
What's your background? Are you a chemist or?
So I worked for a lab that was part of National Institute of Health, and what we did was we were pulling products off the shelf and testing them to see whether or not they had harmful chemicals. And what we quickly realized is that it didn't matter if the product was made in China or Switzerland or Canada or the US, all these products were containing chemicals that were leaching out and had deleterious effects. And so in the class that we were focused on, which was endocrine disrupting chemicals, we knew that very small amounts of these chemicals could have deleterious effects. And so when you look at the rise of obesity and infertility and type 2 diabetes and ADHD and cancers, these are all because of environmental exposures that we have. And the reality is that nobody knows what one chemical does, and we certainly don't know what combinations of chemicals do. And this is what has been our focus, is we want to lead people through building the products that we do. We use something called the precautionary principle. And what that says is we don't just jump on one material because it's free of another harmful chemical. And so we make sure that everything's well vetted before we jump into the change that we're trying to explain to the world.